Yes, hello friends. We all have arrived at our final day of our journey together, Awaken and Ascend. So, over these past 10 days, we all have listened, shared our experiences, and most importantly, we all have meditated together. So, I hope this experience has deepened our connection with each other and with your inner guide. So, and I hope it has help to unlock new level of your self mastery. So each speaker in this journey is a living example of mastery in their own version, in their own evolution. So today we come across again today once more, and we all stand together as a soul family, soul tribe, and this family forever grows, continues, and expands. So with this, it makes me feel so happy to be sharing this beautiful journey, collective journey with you all, and I'm happy we are all evolving together. So today's session is a power-packed session. We have Sreekanth Garla to be sharing his insights, and Sirisha will be guiding us with the meditation, and Praveen will be introducing us with our upcoming mega project. So, coming to, give me a moment. Oh, right. Yes, so today's speaker, Shrikant Garla, is a very well known master of Atlanta. As I know him, he can explain anything in very simple terms and convincing terms with a small story or a daily day-to-day experiences. That's the style, that's his talent, which I love the most. And professionally, he is an IT architect, and he started his journey in the year 2004, spiritual journey, with the help of his family members. And after coming to United States in 2008, he started to spread meditation, and under the umbrella of PSSM USA. And he was very fortunate to plan and schedule Patriji's USA programs from 2012. And with the guidance of Patri sir, he started PMC USA and PMC USA multilingual YouTube channels, which is currently running with more than 10,000 subscribers. It's a great achievement. It's not easy, my friends. So let's welcome Shrikant Karla onto the stage. The stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Divya. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, our deepest gratitude to our Grandmaster, Brahmarshi Patriji. Yeah, really would like to thank this whole Atlanta team for arranging this wonderful session, and thanks Divya for that wonderful introduction. Uh, so we should also thank our Guruji again, Putri sir, to create this wonderful movement, right? So Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement he created, and which helped us to bring all this vast knowledge in simple terms where a common person like us can understand. That is the motive of Patriji, to get this subject and the understanding to everybody so that they can bring it into their daily practice. That is the whole motive, right? Otherwise, the literatures are there, the grand subject is there, but how do we, how a common person can put this into practice is where Patriji comes into play. So we are very grateful for his dedication to provide that condensed subject. Like he brought so easy. If I'm able to understand, I'm guessing everybody can understand. That's how easy it is, right? Uh, all our masters this past 9 days, right? They've provided a lot of subject, a lot of wisdom, wherein we understand various things, right? But today's topic, which is given to me, is knowing yourself, which is, my friends, is not a theory. It is a practical, like how all the theory is done. And in our school days, if you see, we do all the theory. At the end, you do practical exam, right? So this today's subject is kind of a practical for all the learnings what we have done, right? So that is why I have not brought any presentations, anything. We'll do more kind of a practice, but I just want to share a couple of thoughts where we can ponder, right? We want to take one step back and want to understand what is all these 9 days we were talking about. There was so much of energy we talked about, so much of mind we talked about, so much of consciousness, subconsciousness, right? Various level of bodies, various subjects what we have learned. But uh, today, we'll take one step back and we'll try to understand who we are, right? Who we are is a very vast subject, my dear friends, right? So there's so much of literature, as I said, so much of Vedic content you have on that. But all this literature is only a theory, right? Let's only talk about what we know for now, right? And let's take it how we can understand. So what we know for now, who we are, is I'm able to see this is me, this is my body, and I have some thought process. So I have something called mind, right? Now, how did I accumulate this? How did I born like this? No, right? I born like a small baby. Now I grew up into such such big body. How did I grow is whatever I accumulated over a period of time from this land, right? So I accumulated and I became like this. So this is my body. Now, what is the other thing we know is mind. So what is mind? It is again, it is accumulation. It is accumulation of various information. Either it could be from our parents, from our teachers, from our society, from wherever, right? So all that is again accumulation, which I came and acquired in this land. Now, if we go and try to understand, it is my body and it is my mind, which means these are not me, right? When I'm saying this is my house, this is my car, which means that is not me, right? That is my house and my car. That's all. That's not me, right? Similarly, this body and mind is not me, it is mine, right? So there we could see that kind of a difference. So now to understand what is that me is where it is a tricky, my dear friends. If you now go by all these scriptures, there is so much of information about the soul, the consciousness, you name it, there is so much of literature, right? But all this literature is a theory, as I said earlier. And now, if you believe it, right? If you believe that all this is true or all this is what it is, then I get into a mode of accepting without clarity, right? Which means somebody is telling me, so I'm believing it. Did you get my point? Only when we get into a point where we can say that this is all I know, I do not know anything else, then we are getting into a mode of seeking. If you just believe and accept, then there is no more learning, right? Because you accepted it, and but you do not know the clarity. Everybody is saying, so I'm also saying the only advantage there, my dear friends, in that belief is everybody around you are also in the same belief. So you are able to get on with it, right? For example, you say, suppose you believe in something and rest of the world does not believe in it. Only you are believing it. Does it work? You feel like a fool. So belief is always, it's in a crowd, my dear friends. When a fleet of people believe on certain thing, then it makes sense. But if you are the only person believing it and no others, then which means you act like a fool. But seeking, if you say that I do not know what it is until I experience it, then you get into a learning mode, which is called seeking. That is where spirituality comes into picture, my dear friends. Spirituality is always seeking, and that is individual. It is not group. You do not matter what others are. I just want to understand for myself that who I am, right? So that seeking plays becomes active when you accept that you do not know what you do not know. You should be able to say that. Now, when you get into the seeking mode, that is where all this subject, what we've been talking for last 9 days, will work. If you do not get into that seeking mode, then all the subject is all again theory. It is you you can you can learn so much of theory, but you will not be able to experience for yourself. So my dear friends, so we need to have clarity and also experience it. So, so for that, how do we get into, right? So how do we get into? We'll have to just forego, I mean, for some period of time at least, right? Say 30 minutes, 40 minutes in a day, we just have to say, okay, this house is not me. Whatever is not yours, you keep it aside for that moment, right? So this car is not me. This house is not me. This position is not me, right? This body is not me. This mind is not me. When you turn off all this and say, the what is left is what you are, my dear friends. So earlier, when we have just the belief and you took all the scriptures and saying yes, yes, and now you are going with that belief going outside to look for is there anybody like that, what you see is only bodies, 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 and maybe some minds, because for some people you can see through the mind, right? But so all this how you are seeing is only based on your reference, right? You are the body, and based on the literature, whatever you hold it, you have not experienced it. What you know is only body and mind. With that reference, you are going to the entire world and seeing, are there any souls there, right? As per the literature. You cannot, because the reference what you have is only body and mind. But when we do this exercise of keeping everything aside, and now when you look at you, whatever is left is you, you experience on how that consciousness, that life would look like, right? Now you have a reference. Now, when you take this reference, my dear friends, and now you look outside, you will always find The same thing everywhere, right? So the important thing is we need to experience that first. We need to see that ourselves first. In whatever is there in us is where everything is. That's what the whole scriptures are saying. You just believe and take that scriptures, you will not find anything. You experience for yourself and then go look for it, you'll find everything the same, because now you have a reference, my dear friends, right? So I do not want to take long. As I said, we need to do more practice. Let's sit and practice, and we'll take more questions later. Yeah, are we good, Sirisha?
Yes, we can take a couple of questions,
Okay.
Sreekanth. Yeah. Friends, you want to ask anything? Yes, it's your right time, right chance. Please come up, be open. Can ask some questions, or else we can proceed with meditation. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can proceed with meditation then. Sirisha, I welcome you to guide us into meditation today.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Divya. Thank you, Sreekanth. So, today is a very practical session. As Sreekanth said, we already known about theories. We should understand what we are through meditation. So, we all can experience in this moment. Sit in a comfortable posture. Just relax your total body from head to toe.